Hello there and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. My name is John McCarthy and I'm going to give you a few tips in this lesson about how to swing the club. That's one of the most important parts of this game, so let's get into it. Great work. That's what you want. All right, now repeat that same backswing, but this time really try to push the swing stick forward smoothly and hit that white sweet spot on the contact target window at the top of your swing meter. So to reiterate, swing path target window is at the bottom of your swing meter, contact target window at the top of your swing meter. If you want your shot to be the best possible, you got to hit both those target windows in your swing meter. Great work. That's what we want to see. Being able to chip well around the green can be a real scorecard saver. It's very important to choose a good landing spot for your chip so that you give it enough distance to roll into your intended target. Now let's see if we can dial in the right distance and get this chip into that target area. Well done. That's what I'm looking for. Now let's talk about one of the most important skills you can have on the golf course, and that is how to read the greens. You can see those beads moving on the green from left to right. This tells us that the green breaks to the right, and that means we will need to aim a little bit to the left so that we can use the break to carry the ball into the hole. Now, aim to the left and see if you can sink this putt. Also, worth noting, you can press the putt preview button to get a preview of how your current alignment will affect the ball. Let's keep going. We'll try this one again. All right, that wasn't too bad, was it? Glad you got through those lessons. And now we are going to take you over to create your first My Player. There's a whole lot more to explore in here. Can't wait to see what you create in PGA Tour 2K25, and I hope / know I will see you out there on the course real soon. Hello and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. My name is John McCarthy, and I'm going to try to get you going as fast as I can so that you can enjoy yourself out there on the golf course. This first set of lessons is just going to talk about the basics of our new Evo swing system. Good job on that one. All right, now repeat that same backswing, but this time really try to push the swing stick forward smoothly and hit that white sweet spot on the contact target window at the top of your swing meter. So to reiterate, swing path target window is at the bottom of your swing meter. All right, you seem to know what you're doing here. Now we're going to talk about side hill lies. When your ball is above your feet as a right-handed golfer like it is here, you're going to need to aim a little bit to the right to compensate, as this type of lie will naturally cause your ball to launch. Well done. That is how we do it. All right, now in this lesson, we want to hit a draw to curl your shot into the target zone. Press and hold the shot shaping button to access shot shaping mode. Move the aim stick to the right, and this is going to turn your shot shape into the draw shape. When you do any shot shaping, you're going to see a change on your swing meter. Those sweet spots we talked about earlier, they're going to change position to show you how to use the swing stick for this new shot shape. Good try, but I think we can do better. Let's try again. Great stuff. That's what I'm looking for. And just like that, we're done with our swing lesson. Hopefully you have for this next lesson, we're going to learn how to dial in your approach shots to help you get as close as you can to that pin before you start putting. In this situation, we have to deal with a headwind. The wind is blowing right at our face. That means we need to compensate by choosing a club that will allow us to cover more. Great work there. That was well done. Now in this situation, the wind is blowing from left to right. We have a crosswind to deal with. This means we have to aim a little bit to the left to compensate. Once you've aimed your shot, you can use the wind to carry the approach shot back towards the pin and stick it close. See if you can get it into that target zone. Good effort. We're going to try this one again though. Let's try that one again. Well done. That is what we want to see. Now we have to deal with the rough. This is where you do not want to be, but let's face it, we all end up here, so it's best to know how to deal with it. The deeper your ball sits in the rough, the less distance you're going to be able to get on the shots. Now let's choose a club that will compensate for that loss of distance. And look at you. That's what we want. Well done. Sometimes you're going to end up with a shot that is impacted by the trees. Luckily, we can use shot shaping to get around a lot of these situations. Let's use a fade to get around this tree. So aim to the left of the tree, hold down that true shot button, move your aim stick to the left to dial in a fade, and hit that ball around the tree and into that target area up there on the green. Well, that's all right. We got time. We'll try it again. Great work. Now you've got a few extra. The short game is the most important part of your game to practice. So this lesson's going to get you familiar with how to play shots on and around the green. Fantastic work on this lesson. The bump and run shot is meant to get that ball on the green and rolling as soon as possible. Really, you just want to bump this ball over the rough here and let the contours of the green do the rest. Now see if you can get this chip close. No worries. We're going to try this again. It's all good. All right, not quite, but we're gonna give it another go. Nicely done. That's gonna work. To get this up and out of this greenside bunker, we will be using the splash shot. As with chipping, you need to pick the right spot on this green to land the ball so that you have enough room to roll out and get it close to the good stuff. Well done on this lesson. Sometimes you want to get that ball high up in the air and land it softly without a lot of roll, and that is when you need the flop shot. This is great for avoiding any trouble that might... There we go. Looks like you know what you're doing here. Putting in PGA Tour 2K25 has more depth than ever before, so this set of lessons will get you primed up to use that putter on and around the greens. That's all right. We're going to try this again anyways. And look at you, following directions like an absolute pro. For uphill putts, you need to aim past the hole to give the putt enough juice to get there. Putts also tend to break a little bit less when you're hitting uphill. Now, take the break and the slope into account and try to sink this uphill putt. Good try, but I think we can do better. We'll do one more time. All right, not quite there yet, but we'll try again. That's how we do it. Sometimes when you're on the green, you're so far away, you just want to set yourself up for a nice, safe two-putt. We call these lag putts when you're just trying to get it up there close. Now, pretend the hole's like 4 or 5 feet wide and just try to get it inside, and that will do it. Sometimes maybe you don't want to take a chance landing the ball on a tricky green, or maybe you just want to be part of the cool kids club and take the putter out when you're on the fairway. Doesn't matter. Both reasons are equally valid. Now, great work on this lesson, and that will do it for the putting lesson. Hopefully this experience translates Hello and welcome to PGA Tour 2K25. My name is John. I see we're getting into a bit of ranked tours action today. I love to see it. All right, let's get to it. Silky swing. Okay, we're in the deep rough. Careful. Coming out of the deep stuff might not be enough. Okay, this left for bogey. We'll need a little more pace on that one. All right, give this a tap. And just to tap in here. And right now you're just 2 strokes above par. All right, second hole, par 4. Let's go. Setting up here in the rough, and it's a deep lie. No two ways about it. Okay, nothing like being back on the fairway. Good stuff. Here's your 4th shot. Oh, that chip was robbed from you. Here we go. Tapper on in, and we'll head on to the next hole. Currently 3 over par for the day. Let's see what happens here on the 3rd hole. Okay, let's get on out of this second cut and get on our way. We're on the green with that one. Well done. Lining up for the 13-foot putt. This putt's going uphill. Looks like it's moving right to left. Oh. And you've got this left over for par. Okay, safely home with that putt. And that'll leave you at 3 over for the day. Okay, lengthy par 4 ahead of us here. And we're setting up here about 210 or so from the pin. This one's going left. And from the green side bunker. Oh, yep, that'll work. That'll work nicely. Okay, come on now. Let's coax this one into the hole. Save our par and be happy with ourselves. Let's go. And you're 3 over on your round. And here on the 5th hole, we have a par 3. Good luck here. I would love to see us sink this one. It's a big one. This one's going left to right pretty hard. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, yes, that'll go down. Nicely done. And after that, you're sitting at 2 over par. All right, par 5 here on the 6th. And having that. Setting up with a sandy old lie. Well, this one might have enough to get to the green. This putt's around 5 feet away. Oh man, that par just slipped right away. All right, now let's take a look at the leaderboard, see where you're sitting. And currently sitting at 3 over par. Okay, let's see what you can do here on the 7th. Ooh, this could be a little troublesome. Needs to hold on to that fairway. This one's heading left. Setting up here now for our 3rd shot. This putt's around 13 feet out. That one's zooming by the hole. Uh-oh, we're not on the green anymore. Oh, nice little chip there. And for the double. Okay, let's take a look at this next hole now. Sitting at 5 over par for your round. And the 8th hole, we have a par 3. Yeah, that's unlucky. Well, we missed the green, but that's all right. Life does go on. Yeah, that'll work. Lining up an 8-foot putt. Ooh. Here we go. Double bogey putt coming up. And with that, we will move on to the next. And you're currently 7 over. Okay, here we go. Par 4 here on the 9th. Nice, pure swing. Great stuff. Okay, this one's about 140 yards out. Don't want to go too far on this one. The green slopes away from us around that pin. Okay, here's a 5-footer. Ah, no good. Okay, this putt for double bogey. Just a little too much pace on that one. And as the putt drops, let's take a peek at the old scorecard. And now sitting at 10 over for your round. And now let's see what happens here on the 10th. Ooh, looks like we're going to the fairway. And this is about 170 yards to the pin. Nothing wrong with that. Safely on the green. 14 feet to the cup from here. This one looks like it has a bit of a break to the right. Ooh, almost drained that one for the birdie. All right, nice tap. And you're sitting at 10 over today. All right, par 3 for the 11th hole. Well, unfortunately, that's a missed green. This one to safe par. Sort of straight to start out with this one, and then it goes a bit to the left. No, that was tough. It's a little bit too hard on that one. Now this from 13 feet. I think this one might move just a little bit to the right. And the bogey putt drops. Okay, here we go. Par 4, 12th hole. Let's do it. Shoot, that's out of bounds. Oh, she's coming in nice to the fairway, I think. And this one's about 100 yards out. Nice stroke. We're on the green. Good luck here. We've got 15 feet. So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left. Oh, so close. And now setting up for the double. And now we tee this one up on the 13th hole. And look at this, just striped it off the tee. Okay, we just barely made it into this first cut of rough. That shouldn't be too bad for you. Nice chip. Okay, here's a 4-foot putt for us. Ooh. Okay, let's slide this one on in there for our par. All right, on to the 14th. This one is a par 4. I think this is heading to the fairway. And here's shot number 2 on hole number 14. Well done. That's a nice approach shot there. All right, setting up 6 feet from the cup. And now the par 4, 15th. Oh my, splash. Here comes the bogey putt. Ooh, that's too bad. All right, let's get back on and chuck this ball in the hole. Ooh. Ooh, look at here. Nice chip. 3 feet left. Bit long on that one. All right, let's move on to the next. Here we go on hole number 16. Looks like this one's going left. And this one is from way, way out. This one is going downhill and I think a little bit to the left. Here we go, setting up in the green side rough. 14 feet to the cup from here. And it looks like this is breaking pretty hard to the left. Just, yeah, a little too much on there. Setting up here, green side rough for the quad. Good luck with this one. It's going downhill, right to left. Yikes, that went right by. Oh man, that's, yeah, just kind of got away from you. Just in the green side rough here. Here's an 8-footer. And we've reached the shot limit on this one. We're going to push on to the next hole. And now for the par 4, 17th. Sweet. We've got about 120 yards to get to that pin from here. This is what our third shot's looking like. I like that. And this will save your par. And that'll drop. Okay, now we've arrived at number 18, so it's par 4. Here's our second shot on the 18th. Well, it's unlucky. Missed the green on that one. Oh no, not great. Okay, you have a extremely long putt. I'll put it that way. Let's see what you do. Oh, come on, ball. Be a deer and come back onto the green. Come on. "13 feet left to the hole." It's breaking to the left, I think. And time seemed to fly by, didn't it? Just like that, the putt drops and your round is over. Okay, thanks for me, and if I have my way, I'll see you back here real soon. Well, hello there. Glad you could join me for a round. My name's John McCarthy. I'd like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Just about to dig in here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Hopefully you can go low today. Okay, I'll accept that. Okay, second shot here on the first. Okay, here's our third shot. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here. And this is a monster putt coming up, but got out of that sand, right? So, you know, every cloud. Here is the bogey putt. Oh, bad break. Lining up a 6-foot putt here. Just a little too much power. And here's our look at the triple bogey. And right now you are sitting at 3 over par. Teeing it up here on hole number 2. That's a safe shot. This one's about 15 feet. This one's going left to right. Pretty hard break too. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, this one is for the par. And you're 3 over at the moment. Third hole, par 4. Let's go. Nice. That's some solid contact. Setting up from 145 yards away. Ooh, yeah, right off of that. No, that one took a dive. This putt's left to save par. This one looks like it's breaking to the left. This one's looking decent. Yeah, I'll take that from that distance. Okay, tap this one in and let's move on. And that'll do. Okay, currently sitting at 4 over. And now stepping onto the tee of the par 5 fourth hole. Ooh, came on to that one. Look at it. Here's your second shot on the 4. Was a good one. Oh, the chip's denied. All righty, give a tap and we'll head on to the next hole. And sitting at 5 over par for the day. All right, ready to go here on the 5th hole. Nothing wrong with that. All right, this shot is around 115 yards out. This one could get to the green, needs some legs. Setting up for our 3rd shot. Way to chip that one close. Well done. All right, let's drop her on in there, save our par, and get on our way. And you're currently sitting at 5 over. All right, short par 5 on deck. And we're somewhere around 240 from the pin. That took a weird turn. Oops, that one went bye-bye. All right, this one's around 15 feet. And this one's going pretty hard right to left. Well done. And you're currently sitting at 7 over. Okay, have a good tee shot here. We have a par 3 for the 7th. Just a pure swing. Looks like we could have a birdie on this hole. Downhill putt here, breaking to the left. Oh my, flew right by the hole. There we go. Nice chip, fantastic. All right, 3 feet to the cup. Oh, almost. Okay, double bogey putt, here we go. Ooh, that one, should have got that one. Okay, let's see what we can do on the next hole. Okay, 10 over for your round. And teeing off now in a long par 4. Holy mackerel. That was tattooed. Okay, this one's around 160 yards from the pin. Oh man, that's wet. Setting up here with a very long putt. I think this one's breaking to the left. Right by. Here's a 6-foot putt. All right, have a good tee shot here. We got a par 4 for the 9th. Well, we're going to the sand. All right, we're in the fairway bunker. Let's see what you got. And from the sand, I don't think this has enough though. All right, from the beach. Fingers crossed for a nice up and down out of this greenside bunker. Well done out of the bunker. All right, for the bogey. I think we got a right to left break on this one. Oh, sliding by. Here comes a 3-footer. Here we go, 10th hole, par 4. Let's give this a go. That's, yeah, be nice to have that one back. And I don't think he caught enough of the ball here out of the rough. Okay, 3rd shot. Okay, par putt coming up. This is an uphill putt and moving to the left. Good stroke on that one. That's your par. Here we go. Time to kick it off on the 11th hole. Oh, effortlessly done. Nice swing. And this one's about 125 yards out. Well, I think we're bound for the dance floor here. Good work there. Great shot on the approach. Here's a 9-foot putt. So good. Okay, here's the 12th hole. It's a par 5. Beautiful swing. And we're about 115 yards away. Here we go, birdie putt. This one's breaking pretty hard right to left. That's well done from there. Maybe we'll get the next one to go. This one's just a 4-foot putt. Here we go now on the 13th. Oh yeah, I'll approve that. Hey-o. Okay, you're on the green. Big putt ahead of you, but I think you've got it in you. This would be nice to get for birdie. This one's going breaks to the right. Then after that, it'll break to the left, I think. Okay, from the green side rough. Oh! This is your bogey putt. Oh my, that's too bad. And here we go, 14th hole. We got a par 3. Hopefully we get a bounce to the left. Well, that'll do for now. Let's see how you do with this 13-foot putt. And it goes down for the birdie. Good job. And now the 15th hole. This one is a par 4. Hopefully this one nestle itself nicely in the fairway. We're about 205 yards out from here. Looks like the sand coming up. All right, setting up now in the bunker. Let's see what you got. And we will be putting now. Let's forget about that bunker and move on. And that will work. Good luck here on the 16th. Good little shot there. And 200 yards or so to the pin. Oh man, would have loved to see that chip go down. This one's 8 feet. Ooh, that was close. Okay, this putt's for your par. And that will go. And this one is the 17th, and we got a par 3 here. This is a very, very long putt, but I have confidence in you. A slight break, if any, to the right on this one. Well, this one's looking good so far. Continuing to be good. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. And now to the 18th hole. This one's a par 4. Nicely played. Okay, this is about 155 yards to the pin. Well, you can't hit all the greens. Oh, almost hold it. And this putt's around 7 feet. Oh, no, it's right by the hole. And the bogey putt will drop. A little lackluster way to end your round, but you'll be back for more. You know it. Okay, we're out of here, and that's going to be a plus 14 on the scorecard for you. And with that, I must leave you. We'll see you again real soon, though, hopefully, right? Hello there, my name is John McCarthy. Pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Let's get this in gear. And I cannot wait to see how things go down today in this ranked tour event. Here we go. Let's have a nice round. And this is your third shot. Setting up in the bunker. Okay, out of that sand and onto the green. I'm liking it. This one's 10 feet away. Well, hopefully not a sign of things to come. Starting things off today over par. But you know what? That's going to happen. Wind's blowing right in our face on this one. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll be on the green eventually. Second shot here on hole number 2. Oh, come on. Is this going to go? Come on. Okay, let's tap this one on in and move on our way. And as that one drops in the hole, let's take a look at the scorecard. All right, third hole on this course is a par 4. Give it a go. This one's looking like a fairway finder. This one's about 175 to the pin. Okay, good luck on this one. It's a doozy. Starting this one out pretty good. All you got to do is put that in the hole for par. Okay, let's see what the next hole has in store for us. Let's see what happens here on hole number 4. Well, it's too bad. Yeah, that'll play. I'll take those all day. This one's 7 feet away. Alrighty, that's going to bring you down to even par. And we got a left to right cross breeze on this hole. This is going to get a little gritty here in the sand. Here's our second shot on this 5th hole. All right, could have been worse. We're just in the first cut here. And there's a fancy little chip shot. Nicely done in there for the bird. And now the par 5 6th. was tidy. Okay, about 230 yards from here. This one's a little to the right on approach. Okay, green side sand. Let's see what you have. Well played out of the sand. We're on the green. Here we go. Birdie putt coming up. Good luck with this. Got to give it some gas up the hill, and it's breaking a little to the right. Okay, next hole coming up. And the 7th hole is a par 3. Okay, go ahead and finish up on this hole, and we'll head to the next. And just joking. Oh, this one's starting out okay. Yeah, from that distance, that's going to work. Okay, that putt's done. All right, let's see what we can do off the tee here. It's a long par 4. I think this will end up in the fairway. Okay, second shot here on the 8th hole. All right, kick left. Oh, yeah, that's going to do just nicely. This one's about 7 feet away. Okay, and you're down to 2 under par now after that one. Wind blowing left to right on this hole. Well, I hope you can hold on to the fairway on this one. Okay, avoiding the danger, and you're safe in the fairway. All right, let's have a good second shot here on the 9th. Great work there. That's a great approach. All right, if you can sink this, snatch a birdie and be on our way. Looks like this putt will track a bit to the right. Nice work out there. That's your second birdie in a row. Okay, let's have a nice drive. We got a par 4 here on the 10th. There we go. Good shot. Okay, this is about 160 or so to the pin. And just 35 feet to the cup. Here's an uphill putt moving to the left. All right, maybe next putt we can drop it. On this hole, we've got this left for par. And the putt drops. And you currently sit at 3 under par. Here comes the 11th hole. Well done. All right, this one's about 125 yards out. Oh no, heading to the beach. Well, it looks like you're a bit off on that approach. Good work out of that bunker. Not much work left to do here. Well, that hole's behind us. Let's move on. And now the 12th hole, and it's a par 5. Unlucky. And this is our third shot. Oh man, from one bunker to another. That's just bad luck. That's bad luck. Oh my, almost in there. And good luck here. 6 feet to go. Ooh, right by. All right, here's our look at the double bogey. That hole will bring your score up to 1 under. Okay, 13th hole. We got a par 4. Let's go. Good one. Okay, about 105 left to go. You'll be all right there. 14-footer. I think we got a left to right break here. As that drops, that marks down your 5th birdie so far today. Getting a look at the 14th hole now. All right, let's leave this sand behind us. What do you say? Nicely played out of that bunker. All right, let's drop her in the hole. This to save par. Oh! All right, all we need is a little tap here. Let's do it. Okay, coming up is the par 4 15th hole. There's a good one. And we got around 220 to go from here. Okay, you've got this to save par. Come on, let's get that to go. And you are 1 under after that one. Okay, 16th hole. This one's a par 5. Yeah, you'll take that. And we're about, I don't know, 200 yards or so from the pin from here. Ooh, into the drink. We won't be getting that one back. Well, grab a new ball and take it from there. Okay, about 200 yards or so to the pin from here. Oh, we got a green coming here. Oh, yeah, that's going to do just fine. Great work. 7-foot putt here. Oh! Yeah, never fun to have one of these holes where you just can't seem to get it to drop. Hopefully this one goes. Here we go on the 17th hole. Well, unfortunate. That's going to get counted as a missed green. Okay, and from the green side bunker, let's nestle this one in nice and close. Here we go. Par putt. Let's do it. And this one's, I think, going left to right. Oh, that was almost in. And now this from 4 feet. And you're currently 5 over for the day. And now to the par 4 18th. That couldn't be what you intended, but yeah, we'll deal with it. That's safe. This one's from around 21 feet. This starts off pretty straight and then goes a bit to the left. Oh, almost. Setting up here with a 4-foot putt. And that putt will seal this round for you. All right, that's going to do it for me. And just want to thank you again for playing the game. And hopefully we see you soon.